Hey everybody, take about 10. I'm trying this again. We're going to make a cranberry, orange, bacon, pork roast. And it is going to be so good. It's going to make you want to slap your mama. And it's that pretty too. So let's get started. You could say I got my pork roast already washed and sit here. Got a pile of bacon here. First thing we want to do is mix up a rub to do our roast. So we're going to use... You could use between a fourth cup and a half a cup. I'm doing a half a cup of brown sugar. You want a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to do a teaspoon and a half of it. Then you want about a teaspoon of dried rosemary. I'm using fresh because I've got a giant rosemary bush out there. And then I'll probably throw some more in it too. Then we want some salt, nuts to taste, and some pepper. Then we're going to mix that up. Now we're going to rub down this pork with this on all sides. Other side is fatty, but we'll put some on it. Then we're going to wrap her up in bacon. Now let me tell you, if you've got a normal size pork roast, and we didn't, we got a half a loin. So my bacon, we're just going to do this way and tuck it under. Because it's not going to reach all the way around it because I got such a big loin. But if you buy the normal loin, your bacon should wrap all the way around with no problem. Just like so. You could use toothpicks if you needed to, but you won't need to on a regular sized pork loin. Just like that. Now I'm going to spray my, I don't have a liner, so I'm just going to spray mine lightly. Just a little bit, keep things from sticking so much. And we're going to put this over, or try, into our... You need a big one for this big old half loin. Lord, that's a lot of food. Okay, now we've got about a half, anywhere from a fourth cup to a half a cup of cranberry sauce. I use closer to the half a cup, half a can or so. Then we want about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Then you want a couple of tablespoons of orange juice. I'm going to use closer to 3 or 4 just because I want that little bit of extra. So that's more like 4 tablespoons. And then at least a teaspoon of orange zest. And then we're going to mix all this together. And it's going to go over our pork loin. Cool, that smells so good. Now we're just going to pour it over it, just like this. You're just so tempted just to mix up that entire can. But we're going to stop at that. Because that's really more than I needed in the first place. Oh boy, does that smell good. And then, because I can, I'm going to add a couple of just fresh rosemaries that I can take out of there later. And then after it cooks a while, I'm going to throw some fresh cranberry in there too, just so it'll be pretty. We're going to put a lid on it. Okay, now the lid goes on, and you're going to cook it on low for 2.5 to 3 hours, it says. No, I'm going to leave mine on high, and we're going to do 2 hours, and then we're going to check the temp. You want it at 145 for the pork, so I'm going to set it at 2.5 hours, and then I'll check the temp before then. I'm going to set mine on high and just see what that does. For you that work, you definitely would want to put it on low. And then I'm also going to take, just because it's pretty, and put me 3 oranges in there for now. And like I said, I'll put the fresh cranberries later. Okay, we're done. Now well, almost done. We got to get it over to a cookie sheet that I've got lined with parchment paper. Of course, I'm going to take off the oranges, and we're going to transfer it to this, and we're going to broil that bacon. I used my big old vintage, really wide spatula, and it worked like a charm. Now we're going to put that under the broiler. It's done. I thought I had the camera on when I took it out of the oven, but apparently not. Anyway, we just pulled it out of the oven. We'll let it rest a little bit. It looks and smells delicious. And we'll cut into it and see what it tastes like and looks like. Let's cut a piece. See what we got. I could have less. I cooked it less, I can tell you that. But something tells me, I tell the boys, when we get tired of just eating it or eating it like sandwiches, it's still pretty juicy in there. It'll make great barbecue too, I bet. Let's see, I want to taste this and see what that flavor. Do you see it? You can't really see good from there, can you? It's still juicy. And you can. I was curious to see how much of the orange, rosemary that you would be able to taste in it, and you can. It has a wonderful flavor. Wonderful flavor. Yum, yum, y'all. Y'all need to try this one. It's really delicious. Oh, I had to come back. Oh, my stars. Make sure you wrap it with enough bacon that when you take a bite, you also get some bacon, because that bacon has all that brown sugar, honey, or not brown sugar and honey, but the brown sugar and the cranberry sauce and the orange flavor. Yum. Y'all gotta try this one.